Hi, I'm Plami. In this episode of Radio K, I'm going to be reacting to Astro's new comeback, One. And I am pretty excited to get into this, so without further ado, let's get into it in 3, 2, 1. It's been a while since I've listened to a song of theirs, so I'm really excited to see whether I'm going to like this or not. Definitely off to an interesting and different start. This is much more darker and edgier than their typical stuff. And obviously because of that, it's very appealing to me. Man, they feel so different. It's still very much Astro though. Man, why does every single boy group seems to have that one member with like a long hair that is tied in like this kind of a ponytail now? It's like Stray Kids started this trend and now everybody is doing that. I don't mind, I love that hairstyle, it looks so good. Yeah, it's definitely more for this music video that the aesthetic of the music video is darker in nature rather than the song itself. But still, it's a little more darker in nature than your typical Astro song, I'd say. Some of the members look really different. Oh, that's really cool dance break. Damn, they look so good. Like, they've always been good looking, but especially now they seem to really be glowed up. All of them. Especially the one who I think is the leader. I still haven't really learned their names. I kind of know some of their names. I know Rocky, and I think I know, was it Jinjin? I don't know. It's been a while since I've reacted to them. And by the way, I do plan on continuing my reactions to Astro's music. Since I stopped a long time ago, I've kind of wanted to get back into it again, so you can expect that relatively soon. Not longer than a week from now, at most. So yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't really know what I expected about this because it literally came out of nowhere. I didn't know that they were going to be having a comeback. I just stumbled upon it, or at least like got on notification in YouTube that they had comeback, so I decided to check it out. So I didn't really come into this with any kind of expectations, besides maybe expecting your typical Astro song, I guess. But it was kind of fun. There's things that appeal more to my tastes in K-pop, even though I still kind of like ASTRO a decent amount, but they're not like my favorite K-pop boy group or anything. But they're definitely a good and a likable group. But in this song, in music video, there's definitely things that appeal to me more, like a little bit of a more hard-hitting sound that it has, even though it's not really as much as I would have liked. And the general aesthetic of the music video is a little bit more badass and more darker and edgier, which I always appreciate, because that's just what I like. But I feel like the thing that I enjoyed the most doing this reaction is probably the visuals of the group, because the song is fine, but it's nothing really mind-blowing for me, although that might change after the second listen, who knows. There was some cool choreo as well, but the thing that just strikes me the most is definitely the visuals of the group, because they've always been good looking, but now they're like to a new level, I would say. Like before, I would say they were like 7 and 8 out of 10 visually, but now they're like 9s and 10s, so yeah, that's very interesting. They definitely upped their style for this one. But yeah, I'll still have to listen to it a second time before I decide how I feel about it completely, but I like it. It's very likable. It just doesn't really strike me as mind-blowingly good or anything like that. And the chorus is a little repetitive, but it's not really that big of a deal. So yeah, let's get into it one more time before I decide how I feel about it in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, this part is a little bit repetitive. It's used a little too much during the song and it gets old very quick. Okay, the song is definitely growing on me on the second listen. Yeah, during the first listen I thought the verses were a little weak, but honestly, they're actually pretty good. And I think this is the chorus here. That sounds good. I guess it's just the chorus hook that bothers me. Like this part here is what bothers me because it's a little repetitive. I think it needs to be kind of repetitive for the kind of song that it is, but still. Also, this rap part is fucking good. It's so damn good. Man, I've forgotten how good of rappers they are. I definitely have to react to them again sooner rather than later. And I'm assuming that this is also coming with oh, this is a full-length album! Oh, you can definitely expect a reaction very soon. Not today, not tomorrow, but the day after that. You can definitely expect a reaction very soon. I'm checking that out for sure. Or maybe even after I'm done with all the title tracks that I have to react to after this. You know what? You can expect it very soon after this video. I'm really excited to check it out. Man, this is probably my favorite comeback of theirs. It's definitely leaning more into what's trendy in K-pop nowadays, but it's still putting an ASTRO spin on it. Also, their fucking hair is so good. Okay, the song definitely got so much better on the second listen, much more than I expected it was going to. Cause I was kind of meh about it after the first listen, but during the second listen, it really fucking grew on me, and I feel like even with a few more listens, it's gonna get even better. So I'm really excited to listen to this song even more than this. After the first listen, I was probably gonna give this song like an 8.2 out of 10, 8.4 at most, but now I'm honestly gonna give this one an 8.4 out of 10. It's a really good song. It's probably my favorite ASTRO song because it's the one that leans the most towards the kind of songs that I tend to love the most. Because I do love a variety of songs like every other human being, but I do have my personal favorites. So these definitely leans more into those kind of stuff. So obviously I'm gonna like it, but yeah. I'm really excited to check out the album. If the album, because it says that this is a full-length album, which is gonna be a lot to react to. I'm definitely very excited to check it out, so you can expect that video very, very soon after this. I'm gonna try to record it today, but I don't want to 100% promise you anything, but I will try to do it. And yeah, I think that's it. But before we end this video, I just want to quickly explain to you something that you might be wondering about, like, why am I dressed the way I am? Why do I look the way I do? And if you've been subscribed to my channel for a long time, you would know the answer already, because back when I started my YouTube channel, I had super long hair and I was dressing femininely in every single video. But for those of you who don't know, which I assume it's most of you, I'm actually transgender. I think I'm more of a non-binary rather than a male to female, because there are quite a few times where I don't really feel like dressing femininely and looking feminine and looking like a girl, and I just want to look like a normal guy. But I feel like in a lot of the time I do want to look feminine. So for the sake of simplicity, I decided to just settle on non-binary, although I definitely really want to be much more feminine than I am right now, like almost like androgynous. But due to my current situation, I'm unable to transition because I still live with my parents. I tried to transition secretly while still living with my parents, but they started noticing that I was looking more feminine and that I obviously had my long hair back then, and they were pressuring me to cut it all the time. And even when I was growing it out, they were constantly pressuring me to not grow it out, and now they are pressuring me to not grow it out again. I'm really unable to transition, and there's no really way out of this situation for me because I can't get a job. I've tried to, but I just can't seem to get any job. And even if I was able to get a job, I wouldn't really be able to transition in my country where I live while working that job, because people here are completely bigoted, and they will harass me, they will bully me, and they probably the employers will probably never even hire me if I actually decided to completely transition. So the only way for me to actually be who I am, who I truly am, is if I actually start being successful off of YouTube and start making money off of YouTube, because I don't really have to care about what anybody thinks of me, and I can just be who I want to be and dress however I want and all those stuff. So with all this information and me telling you that I don't want to guilt trip you into helping me out, I don't want to make you feel bad about my situation and wanting to manipulate you into helping me out or boosting the subscribers on my channel or anything like that, I ask you if you're able to help me out by donating to my Patreon or donating to my PayPal, which is for that you will have to get in touch with me in the comments down below to set it up properly, because I haven't really done that, because I assume nobody's really gonna want to do that. But if you're able to do that, I would really appreciate it. But again, this is literally the only way for me out. This is the only way out. So yeah, it's completely up to you. If you can't help me out monetarily, then at the very least I think it would be great if you could help out in other ways, like I said earlier, liking the channel, liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and all those other stuff. But yeah, I'm not trying to guilt trip you, I'm just explaining to you my situation and hoping that you can help me out. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. Also, check out the description to my Twitter if you want to follow me there, and to my Wattpad where I post my stories. Because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you end up enjoying my stories, or you simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to Patreon where you can pledge support and help keep the channel going and help support me so I can keep writing the stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think it's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!